Draymond Green is speaking out, and his reaction to Warriors owner Joe Lacob's bold Kevin Durant comments is making headlines. In classic Draymond fashion, he didn't hold back, offering a raw and honest take that's got fans and analysts buzzing. But that's not the only shocker. Rumors are swirling around Luka Dončić and a potential trade that no one saw coming. Could the Mavericks actually be considering a blockbuster move involving their franchise star? This double dose of drama has shaken the NBA world, and everyone's scrambling to understand what it all means. Is a reunion with Durant possible? Is Doncic really on the move? Stay locked in for all the jaw-dropping reactions and behind-the-scenes buzz you need to hear. So picture this: you're at a Warriors charity poker tournament, the kind of event where everybody's feeling loose, smiling, shaking hands, maybe sipping on something cold. Then, in the middle of all that buzz, Joe Lacob, yes, the owner of the Golden State Warriors, leans in and tells Draymond Green, "I think we're gonna get Kevin Durant. It's right there at the finish line, it's happening, we're getting Kevin Durant back." Now, if you're Draymond, that hits you like a shot of adrenaline. Kevin Durant coming back? That's not just a team move. That's a potential dynasty reboot. A reloaded championship core. Draymond's probably already picturing another finals run, remembering those dominant days with KD, Steph, and Klay. The vibe shifts. The possibilities feel endless. But then boom, right as that dream starts to take shape, the NBA throws everyone a curveball. Luka Dončić, the face of the Dallas Mavericks, the guy who said he wanted to be a Dirk for life, gets traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And not in the offseason. Not even with months of speculation. Mid-season. Just like that. For Anthony Davis. A straight-up blockbuster deal that flips the league on its head. Draymond, like the rest of us, had to take a step back. Because now it's not just about KD possibly returning to the Bay, it's about the seismic shift happening across the league. The West just got even more unpredictable. The championship race? Totally reshuffled. And just like that, a conversation about Durant's comeback becomes part of a much bigger, crazier story. Let's unpack everything going on here. First off, Joe Lacob's comments about Kevin Durant aren't just idle talk. This is a team owner who has never hidden his desire to build something legendary in Golden State. The guy wants banners, legacy, and bringing back Durant after a bitter 2019 split? That would be the kind of move that cements his place in ownership lore. According to Draymond, Lacob was genuinely hyped, not just hopeful. That suggests there were real discussions happening behind the scenes. Remember, Durant left the Warriors for Brooklyn in free agency, largely because he wanted his own team and a new challenge. But things didn't go according to plan. The Kyrie partnership imploded. The Harden experiment fizzled out. Injuries and locker room drama haunted every season. And now, after a brief stint in Phoenix, where the Big Three experiment with Booker and Beal has been rocky at best, Durant might be looking for a more stable landing spot. A team where the culture's set. Where he knows what he's getting. That's Golden State. Draymond and KD had their issues during that 2018 season, no doubt. That infamous sideline argument still lives rent-free in fans' minds. But time heals most wounds, and in Draymond's podcasts and interviews over the past few years, he's spoken with more nuance and maturity about his relationship with Durant. They've reconnected. They've shared laughs. The respect has always been there. So the idea of a reunion? It's not outlandish. It's real. Steph Curry, now well into his mid-30s, has shown zero signs of slowing down, but the Warriors can't take that for granted forever. Adding a still elite KD to that mix could extend their window by 2, maybe 3 more years. And that's without mentioning Klay, who's at a crossroads with his contract. Getting Durant back might even convince Klay to take a more team-friendly deal just to chase another ring or two. But just as that vision starts to crystallize, the Luka Dončić trade absolutely nukes the NBA narrative. Let's just sit with this for a second. Luka Dončić, traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. This is historic. Literally. Never before in NBA history have two reigning All-NBA players been traded for each other in the middle of the season. It's unprecedented. Luka, at just 26 years old, has been the heart and soul of the Mavericks. A generational talent. A guy who made Dallas matter again post-Dirk. And more than anything, a player who said publicly, repeatedly, that he wanted to spend his whole career with one franchise. So what happened? Sources say tension had been brewing behind the scenes. Not between Luka and the front office necessarily, but between the front office and the pressure to win now. The Mavericks felt they had reached their ceiling. Kyrie Irving's presence hadn't delivered the kind of postseason success they hoped for, and Luka's defensive limitations made building a two-way contender tricky. But still trading a player of his caliber? It's the kind of move you don't make unless you feel your back is against the wall. And from the Lakers' perspective? It's a masterstroke. They get younger, more versatile offensively, and potentially extend their championship window by nearly a decade. Anthony Davis, for all his greatness, has always carried durability concerns. Luka, despite his own struggles with conditioning, is younger and already one of the most skilled offensive players in NBA history. But this trade also raises a million questions. What does this mean for LeBron James? Does this signal his commitment to finishing his career in LA with a new co-star? Or does it open the door for him to pursue other options in free agency now that the team has shifted directions? How does Luka fit into the Hollywood spotlight? He's never been a guy chasing endorsements or bright lights. He's a hooper through and through. LA is a different beast, and playing alongside LeBron if LeBron stays adds another layer of scrutiny and expectation. Draymond Green's reaction to this chaos was pretty telling. He said that these kinds of moves just go to show how wild the NBA landscape really is. No one is truly safe. No scenario is off limits. One moment you're planning a reunion with Kevin Durant, the next you're watching one of the league's brightest stars get shipped across the conference. It's a reminder that this league moves fast, and if you blink, you'll miss it. Draymond's take touches on something deeper, too. It's about control or the lack thereof. Players today have more say in their careers than ever before, but even stars like Luka can be blindsided. That's a sobering thought. And it probably resonates with someone like Draymond, who's been through the highs and lows of organizational decision-making. He's seen how quick things can shift from dynasty to disarray. For the Warriors, the Durant conversation isn't over, but the urgency just got dialed up. With the Lakers adding Luka, the West just became even more treacherous. Golden State can't afford to stand still. They can't bet on vibes and nostalgia. They need firepower. Experience. Someone who's been through the wars with them. And KD fits that bill.